All right, it's the Mina's House podcast. I'm Mina SayWhat, episode 144. Welcome! I have the cast of crazies here.
It's just one cast of crazy. That's me. Dex looking good, man. Dex shine. Ain't crazy.
Listen, you got a whole wig. Who is this? This isn't Sherlock, Homeboi, or Garnett. Who's this?
I don't know who it is, but I woke up, I listened to some Big Sean, and this is what inspired it. He got new braids, so I got new braids.
You look like 2 Chainz though. Like 2 Chainz could be your father.
Listen, I'm with it. I could be Titty Boy too.
Yes, I can see it. Or Lil Wayne. You know how Lil Wayne sometimes don't be doing his braids and his dreads?
Yeah.
You need some glue though, bruh.
But you don't like my edges?
Pull your edges down.
And hide your real hair.
So yeah, I don't know. This ain't, yeah.
And Dex got fancy on us today.
Yeah, well, like you said, I rented a room down in the Mina's house, so I just wanted to represent. So it's like the Mina's house back there.
I'm like, you paying rent? You really in Mina's house.
This is professional.
Guys, how was your Labor Day weekend?
My Labor Day weekend was cool, man. Cool. I didn't do much. I spent some time with some family, spent some time with a little lady friend, and that was pretty much it. I went to the Reef for the first time. That was my first time going to the Reef. I had some oxtails, so I had to go in. They charged so the taxes had taxes there. That's the only problem I had it. Honestly, literally, I saw the gratuity. It was a regular tax. Then it was like the state tax. Then it was like the alcohol tax. Then it was taxation without representation. There was a lot of shit.
That is COVID tax, sanitation tax.
Yep.
Yo, they've added a hella stuff to the bill.
Do they really?
In general, I've seen sanitation charges, extra COVID charge. I'm like, y'all just charging for no reason now.
Yeah. I actually went to an event for the first time since March. So like my one of my best friends is getting married next month. So they had their engagement party finally, which was it wasn't a lot of people. It was about 60 people, which is the most amount of people that I've been around at one time.
Ooh, you got the COVID.
I had my mask on the entire time.
Oh, okay.
And then they were like, I'm in the wedding, so they were like, come up and take the pictures. I'm like, do I take the mask off? Do I not take it off? It's a weird situation to be in. And then even going to a wedding, I don't see how people are doing it because you can't really enjoy yourself at a wedding.
Yeah.
Like, all this going on.
I think you got to be really confident in today's time to do what makes you feel comfortable. Yeah. Because if you're following trends, like some people just don't be wearing the masks. Like I was all over the place. I went to a baby shower. I was down the shore at the beach. I went to a family barbecue, and I was safe. I didn't feel like bad at all. I was a little worried about going to the beach, but I actually didn't feel like anxious or anything at the beach. I was at the old people beach.
Yeah.
So they was following the rules.
But when they saw you pull up, they got anxious because they get nervous.
Right. But I follow the rules. So, but you know what I noticed? One of my friends, I went with a couple of my friends. When she got drunk, she didn't want to follow the rules anymore. I was like, she got up and wanted to walk through where we were eating at, and I'm like, girl, put your mask on. She was like, F that mask. That's why it's dangerous to be drinking during COVID, because when you start drinking and you drunk, you don't want to do anything anymore.
Yeah.
And then what?
I said people not beefing on mask all day.
Not when they drunk. And then I went to a strip club. Why did I?
During COVID?
Wait, so this is what happened. Everything closes early now. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't get a meal past like 10 o'clock anymore.
Really?
No, it's hard. It's like you go out, they close early because they got to clean everything. So if you're hungry at like 10:30 at night, you're either eating McDonald's or nothing, Nothing is open anymore. So when we were driving back from the beach, one of my friends goes, oh, let's go get food at the strip club. They always got, good food at the strip club. So we get there and they charge us $5 to get in. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I see like the inside, and they just opened indoor dining in New Jersey. So the inside was completely empty. And I'm like, okay, can we sit there? He was like $25 to sit at the tables where there's nobody there. So per person. So I was like, nah, I'm good. So we're like, well, where can we go? He's like, you can go outside. Yo, we go outside. It literally was the size of my patio, which is not that big. And guys were lined all along the wall. No mask, no social distancing. There were no, like, it was all dudes right next to each other. There were 3 girls dancing. There was like a portable pole in the middle. I don't know where they got this pole from. It looked like it was on a golf. You know how you got the little turf on the golf? It looked like it was on one of those. Yo, the hoes didn't have masks on. No one had a mask on.
Good.
Stupid.
That's what's supposed to happen at a strip club. I want to smell everything. I want to be able to feel and touch, and I need the real thing. You don't wear no mask at a strip club.
But who you think is spreading the COVID? The chicks that are sitting on everyone's lap.
Not them. COVID not there. God like the strip club too. It ain't gonna be no COVID at the strip club.
It was crazy. I was like, these men are literally sitting there just waiting to get the virus just to throw some dollars at some girls. Not one mask, Des. Not one.
Were the girls wearing masks?
No one was wearing a mask. Think about how many girls how many guys these girls see a night.
Yeah.
And they're not wearing masks, sitting on people's laps and stuff. I was like, this is where you want us to eat? Nobody was eating no food. They had money in their hands. And we were like, no, we had to go. And I was like,
got good food though. Strip club always be having some pretty good food.
That's why we went, but we thought maybe they would be safe. Not that strip club.
Interesting.
The food always tastes better when it's not in a safe place anyway. That's my personal opinion.
Listen, there's no food worth me getting COVID. I'm sorry. Listen, I went home hungry as hell. I had to go to Wawa and get a chicken noodle soup because I'm like, I'm not doing that. I got to go.
You were scared. You saw what happened with Lou Williams. He drove from the bubble to
go get chicken.
Yeah.
He was in and out, though. These guys were sitting there waiting to get COVID from the strippers.
They was waiting on their food. That's all.
That was crazy. I'm good. You know what I also saw this weekend? Power. Did you guys watch?
Yeah, actually, I enjoyed it, but you can go ahead. Yeah, I definitely did watch it.
Dex, you watched?
I didn't catch it, no. I didn't watch it before. And I said I'm going to watch it, the new season and everything when it starts. But like people are like, no, you got to know what the backstory is. And I said, okay, I'm not going to worry about it.
You can jump on in. I feel like they do a good job of recapping in the front. Like you could jump in and watch at the foolishness going on. What'd you think, Garnett?
Going back to your Dex, I don't think you have to. So I feel like this new season is so brand new that it's kind of leaving, well, at least from the first episode, is leaving what we already know like far behind. It's starting brand new, all brand new characters for the most part. They're battling like new stuff. So I think if you're watching it now, you may not need to catch up, so quickly on the previous stuff. But I thought it was crazy. You already know I love Tyreek. Tyreek is Big Reek now. I do not like Mary J. Blige's son's character. Her son's character, not her.
Oh.
But it's so much going on right now. They're setting basically, Tyreek up to be the new Ghost. He's making these, fast, smart decisions, in the moment that are very Ghost-like. This Tasha thing.
I noticed that.
Yeah, and this Tasha thing is getting crazy. We don't know what's gonna happen with that. I'm interested to see Method Man's character develop as the new lawyer, as like the new lead lawyer. Whatever's going off in this FBI office is getting crazy. with the guy, you know, approaching Tyreek. Like it's like Tyreek is what 18 years old, and he's, you know, in front of the general DA, whatever, you know, title that is, and he's, you know, basically pushing the envelope on him to make him give whatever he wants. So it's kind of crazy. I did not know Tasha's mom had money, because she made herself seem like she was a little broke by pushing her before.
Right.
Making Tasha stay with that man. But yeah, it's so much going on in this episode. I'm actually excited about it, but it's so much going on. Like I said, I hated that one character, Mary J. Blige's son. It looks like they're like the new crime family that Ghost and Tommy usually go against. So yeah, I'm interested to see how that turns out. They also had a cousin inside of that party that looked at Tyreek the wrong way. And
I peeped that.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna be the first super villain that he has to go against for the time being, until he figure out how to get out of that situation to get his mom out of jail.
Yeah.
See, this here though is why I have to watch it, because I'll sit around people and they will talk about this show like it's like everybody watches it, and I can't be left out again. So
well, and this is a good time to pick up, because they literally have all new characters. They got rid of all the old characters, and I saw a lot of talk online about Power in, Power Without Ghost and Omari Hardwick.
He's dead, right?
He's dead. Yeah. So his son killed him, but his mother's in jail for it. So
I think I saw like remember they were like, who shot him, and they were like all these leaks online or whatever. I actually saw that scene.
Yeah.
That happened, but I didn't know if it was real or not.
So she's in jail and she's on trial. Now that it's become a federal trial for the murder of him.
Well, it picks up right where the other one left off.
Yeah. But you know what I found interesting? They're literally recreating the storyline from the first season. Mm-hmm. It's like, I think the first season, we saw Ghost kind of like walking the line between these two worlds of the drug world and Tommy, and then Angela, and being like a businessman and a politician and just trying to live life straight. I kind of see that same narrative being formed again through Michael Rainey's character, which is Tariq. Like, he's in college. He's, he's in a good school. He's in a Ivy League institution. Mm-hmm. And then he's on the side selling drugs to try to pay off the lawyer for his mom's, murder case. So it's like the same kind of duality, which I think a lot of kids in the hood live. There's these two sides of, when I'm here, I'm this person, and when I'm at school or somewhere else, I'm this person. Yeah. So I see that same kind of character. But let me tell you, Michael Rainey, his acting is on point. Yeah. Like, I know a lot of people hate his character, but I think his acting is gonna win people over. I was kind of bored the first couple of minutes, I would say, but when Mary J. Blige's character came in, she came in like a boss. Yeah. Like, I felt like, I don't know if it was just me, but I felt like the music came in and everything slowed down, and the wind was in her hair. She had banging weave in, like, the makeup was put together. The body was there. I was like, damn, Mary. She came in looking like a boss.
Yeah. Now, would she have a sex scene? And I know the other one, there was like a bunch of sex scenes all the time. Is there a possibility that Mary J. Blige would have a sex scene in this show?
Well, her husband's locked up for murder right now.
Okay.
But I wouldn't be surprised if maybe there's something going on. I mean, he's in there for life. Yeah, they're like a big drug family. And she's like the head of the drug family. And her son kind of does all the dirty work. Mm-hmm. They already killed somebody in the first episode.
Man, they was about to get it popping at a barbecue.
Right. And she was like,
about to go down.
And Mary was like, go handle that.
Yeah, exactly. And then he goes and he execute him at his job. And it was just, I hate his character already. But I'm very excited to go back to what you were saying, Mina, just about, I guess, the writing and the story about how they picked up. I felt like 50 Cent really did a good job, him and his team, as far as setting this up just like the other books, because it will be other seasons of it. Where I guess it seemed like it almost like wrote itself. If you just wanted to, if you get Ghost out of the way, Tariq the whole time was set up to be the next Ghost. If it wasn't either him or Dre, and with Dre out of the picture and clearly with Ghost gone, that definitely leaves Tariq as the head of the family now. So it's almost like writing itself.
Dre's Rotimi's character, Dex.
Okay.
So Ghost is gone. Tommy is gone, right?
So far, Tommy may have something. I mean, it's only the first episode, but he's not dead, so we don't know what's gonna happen.
So they could bring Tommy back and Rotimi's character back, right? But definitely, I know Ghost is not coming back because Omari told me he's not coming back.
Yeah, not unless he's like in somebody's dream or something like
right.
that.
And Lala's character is dead, so she's gone.
Yeah.
Last season, she's gone. So I like how 50 has incorporated other people of the culture. Like he's now Method Man's involved and Mary. So it's nice. So I did a poll on my Twitter. So I said, based off the first episode of Power Book 2, are you continuing to watch a ghostless power? So 66% said yes, 9% said no, and 26% said undecided, I need more time.
Okay. Fair.
So this guy commented and said, for me, it was not good, but it wasn't bad either. It's like indifference, I guess. I'm still trying to get used to no Ghost or Tommy. I wasn't a big fan of Tasha or Tariq's character, but the story created around them in the first episode has me somewhat intrigued. I think I feel the same way because I wasn't specifically too crazy about those characters either,
We never are until it's time to be. Like, we didn't know how much we were going to, love Ghost's character until we were already, a season in, 2 seasons in. So it's just really letting the characters unfold, develop, and grow.
Right.
But I think the people that's saying no will eventually probably jump on it because it's still the same show. They're just interchanging the people. But, it seemed like I'm not going to say getting better actors, but like you said, they're getting more people that we can relate to within our culture, which is also, I think, what 50 doing is pretty good as far as having that show as like a launching pad for him to, give people different opportunities. So it's good.
Yeah. All right. So let's get to our topic because I've been seeing this in the news a lot and it's something that I've had conversation with people in my everyday life. So here's the scenarios. These are the two things that kind of stuck out at me. Dr. Dre's wife, they've been married for a long time. Now, she apparently signed a prenup, but now she's claiming that the prenup was signed under duress, which means he forced her to sign it. And then she claims that he tore up the prenup at some point, right? So right now, she's asking for $2 million a month in spousal support while they work out their divorce. Here's the breakdown of her expenses. Her name's Nicole Young. Laundry, cleaning, $10,000. Clothes, $135,000. Education, including tuition and living expenses. They have 2 kids. Together, he has a whole bunch of other kids outside of the marriage. $60,000. Entertainment, $900,000. Charitable contributions, $125,000. Mortgage, $100,000. Phone, cell phone, and email, $20,000. Now let's talk about Future's baby mom.
Okay.
They're never married. However, they're in court right now. So I guess right now they're trying to get his financial records. He's not willing to give them up. So I guess the court prorated what she should be getting a month until he provides his financials, right? So according to the prorate, she's getting $53,000 a month. So she said on social media, children are expensive. And I do believe they should have a lifestyle similar to their parents. Private schooling, vacations, and to see the world as the eyes of the privileged, right? So that's what she said. Hold on, we're gonna admit Louie V Gutta, who's joining the podcast. So I just admitted him. He's our guest today, who we're going to be talking to. So we'll wait for him to actually pop up on the screen. But so based off of that, my question that I wanted to talk to you about today is, should people be paying for their ex-significant others or their baby's moms to live a certain lifestyle as a man?
That's a hard one. For me, that's hard because on one end, like, absolutely, like, not, like, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like, if you have made a person accustomed to a certain lifestyle, like, I could understand why they think that they should still live that certain life, but her demands are unreasonable, though. Like, how is your clothing and your entertainment and charitable contributions more than your child's education? And then you to the other woman when she's like, you know, like, I want the kids to experience what you experience. I can agree with that and understand that. But, like, you should really only want your kids to be able to experience what you could provide for them. And if you can't do it, you shouldn't depend on anybody else to do it.
Yeah. Hey, Louie. Is that
what
Louie?
Up?
What's up, Lulu?
What's up with you?
Welcome, Louie V Gutta, to the Venus House podcast. What's up, Lulu?
Yeah, man, here. What's going on with you, man?
We all right. We over here having a conversation.
What's going on?
What's up with you? What's good?
Everybody introduce themselves. Mina, you already know me, Lou.
Yeah.
Barnett, a.k.a. Sherlock Homeboi. I got my wig on today, so don't mind that.
What up?
And that's it.
Dexter one, no wigs over here.
No lace fronts.
What up?
Laces.
Yeah.
What you watching, Lou?
I'm watching the game. You know it's playoffs.
I know. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even think about that. I got you working during basketball.
I got a few minutes. It's Miami and Milwaukee playing. I don't really care who wins.
Oh, okay.
I'm a LeBron fan, man. So
Nobody does.
A LeBron fan and from Philly?
Yeah, I'm a LeBron fan. I'm a LeBron fan, bro.
You can't hate on that.
You can't, yeah. Like you can't. You know what I'm saying?
Can't hate on LeBron.
Yeah, you can't do that, man.
What do you think about the Sixers
season?
That.
No,
they got to move something around.
Yeah, I think so too.
They got to figure something out, man.
Well, what would you move?
It's hard. It's hard because it's hard.
What do you?
They might gotta break. They might gotta break them up, man.
You think?
Need a killer on that team, man.
They had one, and he's
Jimmy. Who? Yeah,
he
turned Miami up. Miami might go to the chip this year.
Exactly. So
that's messed up, man. Jimmy was a dog.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know what happened. You know what I mean? I see they got rid of the coach.
Well, you know the rumor. They were saying how he was bumping heads with Brett because it seemed like he was trying to coach, and maybe Brett felt a little intimidated by Jimmy.
Right.
So,
but you be needing that on the team. You need a strong mind. Like you need that, man. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing: Ben just got named All Defensive First Team, and then we got Joel. Like
Ben better start shooting.
We have killers.
No, they not killers.
Nah.
Joel need to stay healthy, and Ben need to start shooting.
Who you think we should hire as a coach?
You need to be more aggressive. Mark Jackson.
Yo, you crazy.
Mark Jackson, yo.
I'm actually with that. I'm with that.
Straight up, yo. They need somebody that knows what's going on. That's gonna be, you know what I mean? That's gonna be solid. They need Mark Jackson, man.
Mm-hmm.
They need to fix that.
All right. Well, Louie, let me bring you in.
I'm a GM.
I see you making moves. So look, I want to bring you in our conversation because we were talking about Dr. Dre's wife who wants $2 million a month in spousal support, and then Future's baby mom, who right now is getting $53,000 a month. And
she get it.
Well, the judge wants to allow her that until he provides his financial records. So as a rapper, is it their responsibility to pay for lifestyle? Like in Dr. Dre's situation, he was married to this woman for a lot of years. Future obviously was never married. This is just his baby mom. I'm sure you could relate to this. Like, you have a baby with someone or you're married. Are you responsible to make sure they live the lifestyle that they lived when they were with you?
If y'all were married, see Dr. Dre's situation, like you said, they were married for a while. It's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just take that from her. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, suddenly, like, look, all right, boom, it's over. Like, go back to the streets. Like, you feel me? Like, she been living with you. Y'all been kicked. Like, you a billionaire, bro. Like, y'all been on this level for so long. Like, it's only right to do something now. $2 million a month is ridiculous.
Yeah.
However, like, the phone bill was like, what was the phone bill?
$200,000. $20,000.
What service she got?
You don't got AOL or Yahoo. I can tell you that if you're paying for email.
Yeah, and an email. I was like, yo, what is this?
I was like, Gmail gives you an account for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't understand that, yo. That was crazy. But she entitled to some money. Yeah. Same way with Future with the girl, man. You got to give us some money. Now you shouldn't. See, he you know, he ain't learned his lesson, man. Maybe he'll learn his lesson.
I don't think so.
Nah.
He has 9 kids. When did he learn his lesson? There's 9.
Yeah, but see, that drink, like, you know, when it would be spiteful, like, I feel like a woman shouldn't have a kid if he don't want the kid. Like, if you know it wasn't nothing, if you know it wasn't what it was, don't try to, like, hold the man because of the kid. Like, don't use the child against him. That's what I feel like was done in that situation. So that's why he's so hard on her, because it's not like he like that with every single baby mom. Like, some of them are cool and well off, and
it's just hard when you have a child and you want your child. You know, I mean, let a man try to tell me right. Like, I'd be like, get out of here.
What I'm saying is, if you know it wasn't nothing, so if you go have a one-night stand tomorrow, just because I'm a rapper, you're gonna keep the child if you have a child. Don't let that be the decision making. Like the end all be all. Like, okay, he's a rapper. Like, if I was a bum on the street, would you have the same energy? No, right? Right? You wouldn't have the same energy. It'd be like, nah, I'm cool. I'm taking a plan B. I wouldn't have to tell you to take a plan B because you're gonna take it immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can't do nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's a different
too, though. On the other foot too, as far as that goes. So, like, that's kind of like what we get into the game for too. Like, isn't a rapper or athlete or whatever it may be, like, the chicks come with the territory of that as well. So the guy knows going into it as well. Yo, I probably should have strapped up, or I probably something.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true. I know if it's me, I'm going to take those, precautions. But some people not like, he might not like condoms. That might not be.
He might.
I like Future.
Bro, if you don't like condoms, you like STDs.
Right. I ain't with that. You know what I'm saying? But to each his own. You know what I mean? But I think she deserves some money just because at the end of the day, she kept the baby. It is what it is. However, she's not used to a lifestyle because she didn't have no life. Like, it's not like they were together. They weren't married. She's not used to none of that shit. Yeah. Whatever she used to is whatever she had going on.
Yeah.
So therefore, he should pay child support, not $52,000 a month.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think it's their responsibility. I don't think it's their responsibility for a lifestyle. Your responsibility is to make sure your child has enough to live, which is food. Housing, which is clothing, which is a great education. That's what your child needs to live. She talking about, wait, let me quote what she said. I want him to see the world through the eyes of the privileged.
Well, I mean, if your dad has money like that, you are privileged. So I do understand where she's coming from. It's kind of like, I'm not going to be giving my child, like, yes, you should provide a house, but it's got to be a house of a certain stature. My dad has this kind of money. We're not going to live lower than that.
Right.
When I hear that, I hear though vacations and luxury gifts. And
that's for her.
That's what I'm saying. The kid don't need that. You give her a trip to Disneyland. That's what the kid wants. You're not going to Turks and Caicos. Your kid don't care about that.
Right. And another thing too, I say give her 20 a month.
20?
You a judge? You a judge too? You a GM and a judge?
I say give her a dub. You know what I'm saying? That's enough to pay for a nice house, a nice car, and you can live how y'all want to live, man. Give you a dub very much. You know what I'm saying? Not 53. And you got to take into account that shit, because he's so added with her and they into it. He might take that out. Like, he might not even want to see the kid. Yeah. And it's going to be fucked up because they so much on bad terms that it's not like the kid going to even get to experience the same life as his other kids because of how she played this out with him and how they, you know what I mean? She like kind of messed it up. Like the relationship not there. So if he do want to see the kid, it'd be like, damn, send the kid. But I doubt it. It might be like a bad relationship with the kid. And also, then, like, even to grow up and see all of that shit, like to see, like, damn, you ain't really want me, or this is what you was, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like fucked up.
But also, like, if the judge gives her the 50 a month, the other baby moms, it's like what,
a trickle down.
5 of them, they might be like, well, I'm only getting 20 or 10.
Right.
So like,
but they might be getting 20 and 10. But he doing everything for the child.
Yeah, but they're not taking trips to Turks and Caicos though. So like,
nah. I will say this. Like a few people that's around me be around him. You know what I mean? Like his team, my team.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And he's not like as bad as they paint him to be. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a good dude. And like he gonna take care of his kids. Yeah. So. Like I said, some of those kids, the kids getting everything that he still might gotta pay child support, but shit, I'm buying them all the clothes and buying them all the shit and doing everything I need to do. You ain't got to do nothing with that money, but spend it on yourself.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's different. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if how this situation will go. If you like, damn, it's still my kid, or you gonna just be like, fuck her and that kid. You know
That's terrible.
You and your kid.
That's terrible. You have any issues like that?
What'd you say?
You got any issues like that?
Nah, I don't have no issues. I got a son, but I don't have no issues. Like, I'm with my my child mom, so
are you booed up?
We straight. Yeah,
when's the wedding coming?
Chill.
Yo, why are men like that? Y'all wait till y'all 55 to want to marry somebody.
Marriage is just a title. It's for y'all.
It's a business.
Y'all want to be married because girls want to be married. You want to show off the ring and say, "Oh, I got the ring." You go to work and be like, "Look at this shit." You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just for y'all, like, for real. And then, like, it's not no good for us, for real. Keep it a being. Like, we don't benefit from that. Like, when it's all said and done, if you making the money, you doing it, you got to bust this money down. Like, you got to, it's certain shit that just don't, it's good stability. I guess to have stability and to feel like, you know, I'm here. But we could do that without a ring and all of that. And
you don't want to call somebody your wife, though? Like, this is my wife.
Who gives a no?
That's terrible.
I don't care. I don't know if y'all agree. It seems like women care more than men.
Dex is getting married.
I can agree, but yeah.
I got no comments.
Dex, sleep on that, Dex. You want Dex right now?
It's funny though, because like I understand exactly where he's coming from when he says like it's not one of those things that it's like the title stuff doesn't mean it to me at all. Like that's not. I do think that's a thing that women want to be, because even when y'all get engaged, they're like, look, I'm about to be a wife. The friends will be like, look, she's a fiance. Right. I don't like titles. Like, I'm not really big on titles, so I think that's a little weird that women are like that. I like the partnership portion of it. If you're going to be with someone and you guys are going to live together and stuff like that, like why not get married? But I also understand why people are like, what's the point of me rushing to do this if we're still
Exactly. It's exactly. It's the same way. Like I see it. Like I had conversations like that. It's like, oh, you know, we get married. I want to be married. And then I guess girls grow up with this, like, you know, fairy tale shit in their head, like the big wedding with the fucking, You know what I mean?
You don't want to feel like you're illegitimate, though. You have a man's whole child. You want to feel like, and I do understand it is a business decision at times, and the title sometimes is what people care about, but it's more so, I have your child. I want to build a legitimate family. Like, I want to be like, that's my baby daddy, or that's my boyfriend. Like, if we're building a life, I want to be your wife. That means you see me long term. I'm gonna be in your life forever. If you just gonna leave me as a girlfriend or baby mom, I'm like, you must not see me long term.
How many divorces? Think about it. Think about it. How many divorces do you see? Like, most marriages don't work out. I think more so they don't than they do, right? Is it like 53%?
But you won't know what side of the percentage you on until you try.
I feel like, you could be together. Like, say we mess with each other. We've messed with each other for, it's been years. So say you mess with somebody for 7 years, and then you get married the 8th year.
Yeah. And
then y'all be divorced by year 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, just let it roll how it's rolling. If y'all together,
if it ain't,
it is what it is. What Will Smith say? Life partners.
You know what? Look at what he done started. That family.
Yeah.
So, Louie, you changed your rapper name. So you're Louie V Gutta, or are you Lulu now? Like, what's that about?
I don't know. They just start. That's like a nickname I go by. You know what I'm saying? Lulu. You know what I'm saying? That's what people start calling me. A couple people around my neighborhood, and I just ran with it. So that was cool. But that's not like my official name change. Like, I'm still Louie V. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But more people call me that. Like, when I'm in trap mood, like trap music, like the music I'm making is on that type of time. You seen Paid in Full, so Lulu, and you know what I mean. So it's like it was like a character, like a persona, like, you know what I'm saying, like some shit I just got going on. But I'm still, on paper, like when you see it on iTunes, it's still my name. You know what I mean? And I don't know how to go about really changing my name.
You just say it. You just say,
it's
look,
like a process. I'm not like Diddy. Diddy is like a professional name. I
he sure is.
Yeah, I can't do that yet. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I could do it early in the game before I don't know. We'll see.
Tweet it out. Tweet out whatever you want your new name to be, and that's what it is. Like, that's what you do. It is not like anything official.
It's just like whatever.
It's just like it sticks.
Nah, but if I change my name, they're gonna take my Twitter. They're gonna take my verified drink.
Yeah. You're losing a check.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose my check. You know what I'm saying? I don't want.
Oh, then don't change your name. No, we can't lose the check.
Yeah, I can't lose my check. Nah. I'm gonna just stick with it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Lulu gonna be my nickname and shit. They call Jay-Z Hove and all a bunch of Jigga and all the other shit. So
yeah. Okay.
I'm entitled to a few nicknames. I'll be all right.
Question.
I'm gonna get like 3 more.
The other day I ended up like going into like a Philly like rap scene, like YouTube battle days, like wormhole the other day. And I watched a whole bunch of videos that I know it brought me back to 10th grade lunch tables,
Right.
Remember all the guys' raps to show up the next day just so I was cool at the lunch table. I wanted to know during that time, like, who were some of the people that inspired you, that maybe, inspired you to rap and do music as far as writing and stuff?
Yeah. Like that? I ain't really, at that time, I wasn't really on it like that. Cause I was just hustling, man. I wasn't really worried about that shit. I was around all of them, but I wasn't like really rapping. Mm-hmm. But the only person that really like had me rapping is like that I would say inspired me a little bit is Joey Jihad. Cause we was around each other. That's like, you know what I mean? That's like my bro. So I came up like while he was like hot. He's like the hottest thing in the city, and I was like right there. Mm-hmm. Along the way, but I just wasn't really rapping, and then I started like going at it a little bit, but I will watch him every single day.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, rapping and stuff like that. So that's the only person I could say that really, from that era, from that, you know what I mean, that I was right there and I seen it hands on and like him and like Oskino, they'd work all day. And it was like all day, every day, all day, all day. And I'm like, damn. And I just tried it, you know what I mean? He'll tell me little shit, you know, you should do this. And, you know, and then once I got the hang of it, I would tell him like this like years later. And I'm like, yo, you know, he cooled off a bit. And then I had the situation with the Meek shit. And I'm like, yo, I got the records. Like, I know how to make songs, bro. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I know how to make songs. Fuck the rap. Like, you can rap, but I know how to make real records. And I know what the label want. I'm around these people now, and I'm talking to them. And I just wrote this record and this record and this record. And I know how to make songs. Fuck with me. I got you. And he like, all right, cool. And then he just like, bullshit. And then we never, you know, he like, we never got around to it. And I tried to help, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll say Joey though.
Nah,
sure.
he was definitely legendary during that time too, man.
Yeah.
Like he came out with the bounce flow. He quote unquote the Philly flow that everybody still kind of use. He was legendary at that time, man.
Nah, he was hot as shit, man. He had it, bro. And I was seeing it, like I'm seeing these people, like when 50 was calling, and I'm like, we right there, and I'm just like, oh shit, you know what I mean? And it was the flow, like his flows and how he switched the flows and shit like that, and the punchlines and shit like that. So he had it. It was him, Meek, Reed. They had it.
Yeah. When did you know? I guess when you was coming up, when did you start getting those calls? When did that start turning for you? Where now you got some of the people you look up to, somebody that's hot on the record right now. When did they start calling your phone to put you in a position where you at right now?
That was after I was already like out as a art. Like I did a few songs. Like all right, so say 2012, 13, 12, when I did Straight Like That with was Meek and 2 Chainz on DC2, and that shit ended up being like the biggest mixtape, like one of the biggest mixtapes ever.
Yeah,
and
one of my favorite shit, ones.
Yeah, like that joint went crazy. So at that time, and then we was on the Club Paradise tour with Drake and like a few other people. I think it was like 2 Chainz, Drake, Meek, French, a couple more people, whatever. And from there, it kind of like turned. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like now I'm around like Ross and all, and he giving me my from that was the last mixtape to Meek's first album, and from that like transition from that period right there, it started going up from there. You know what I mean? Because I did a few on his album, and then like Ross was like, boom, you got it, and we go to Ross' house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And to look at him, I'm looking at him as, like, shit, you Ross, you got all this shit, you know what I mean? Yeah. And he's just like, yo, man, you dope, man, you the shit. And one time he like, he had all the, it was like a cookout or something. What the fuck we had, man? It was like some kind of event. I forget what it was. I don't know. And he had everybody at his house, and we was all at his house. And it's like me, Ross, and Khaled, and Akon, and damn, anybody you could think of, you know what I'm saying? So, and his whole like roster of people, and he was like telling everybody, like we was outside on a basketball court, and he's like huddling everybody up and was like, yo, all y'all need to get with him. And I'm like, what the fuck? But I don't know what the hell going on. He's like, y'all need to, y'all need to get. Yeah, I'm like, me? Like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, we could keep it in a circle, and this is how we work. I used to work with people from Houston, and he from Philly, but y'all get something going. He make records, and y'all need records, and we could keep it all in the family and just bounce ideas off each other, and keep doing features with each other to keep each other hot, and go from there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what. Matter of fact, it was a video shoot. It was Khaled video. It's called Never Surrender. Things like what John Legend and Nas and all of them. Yeah. Like that. And then that video, it's actually like, I think if you look on YouTube, it's like when they like playing shooting jump shots for money.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And it's like a big, if you look it up, it'll be on there or whatever. So it was like shooting jump shots for money and all of that, and then like that's in the middle of all of that, that's when he did it.
So you were signed
that was lit.
You were signed to Dream Chasers at the time, right?
At that time, yeah.
I felt like at one point there were so many people on the roster. Like, what was it like being signed to Dream Chasers at that time? Did you have like an A&R and a rollout? Was it like kind of like structured like a label?
No. That was like dumbass dog. That was like some
He hungry.
That was like some oh my God, yo.
Shut up. He wanna go outside.
Yeah. Nah, that was like some homie shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't really like a label. You know what I mean? Because I didn't have all of that. Like, and I didn't even know all of this. You know, this stuff that you need. You know what I mean? I just thought it was, you get hot enough, you get a song on the radio, and you go. You know what I'm saying? But that's not it. Like, and people to this day don't know that it takes way more.
Right.
Like, way more than that. You know what I mean? I guess, you know, he knew, of course, at the time because he was on a major label.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. I had no idea. So it was with me, I kind of like I got my work done. You know what I mean? I did what I had, like, as far as like writing records, delivering records, you know what I'm saying? So that was my like job that I did. You know what I mean? Everybody else had their own thing. So you had Snoop, and he, you know, was good at freestyling. And he was just like shit. He just like if you got a dog that know how to talk, and then you just like, yo, say something. You know what I mean? And everybody just like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a talking dog and shit. Like, that's the attention he got from that. Like, just from freestyling and shit like that. So that was lit. And then who else? It was Jordan. Mm-hmm. He was real good singing, you know what I mean, writing records too. And then I would, you know, write records, and I got on the album a few times, so that was cool. Yeah. And that's kind of like what separated what I was doing from hold on one second. Yeah, that kind of separated from what I was doing. So what, you know, everybody had their own thing, you know what I mean? Like Lee Miz and all. So everybody had their own thing. And I kind of, like I said, I wish it was more so like structured, because I think it would have been a lot better. Mm-hmm. But I feel like when you're starting off trying to, you know, as an artist, you try to build your label when you kind of new. It's not like you don't know really what to do, you know what I mean? So he's like, it's early, so he trying to start something. Mind you, your first album just coming out, so you knew, you know what I mean? Like, now it's different. You know, you've been in the game for a while, but hopefully you learned everything you needed to learn. You know what I mean? But
it's a hard thing to juggle. Have a label with a roster of 5, 6, 7 people, and you're still trying to pump out music yourself. I mean, how do you even get in that state of mind of, let me focus on my artists?
Right. And then it's crazy because some artists still don't get it. You know what I mean? We look at big artists and they still can't get it right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like some artists just can't get it right. Some people do get it right. We was thinking, me and Snoop would think, oh, we gonna be the next Young Money. Yeah, that's what we thought. Like, yo, I can rap. We got everything we need. Like, you know what I'm saying? You do the records, you really, like, you sing and rap on the records like Drake, bro. We could, like, you know what I'm saying? This is the mind state. Like, we gonna go, you know what I mean? But we didn't have, like I said, that structure. And I think at the time, I don't know if MMG was trying to do something like a venture, whatever, like how you doing Rock Nation now. Mm-hmm. He was trying to do something like that back then, and it like never kind of worked out. You know what I mean? So it's way different in a real situation, whereas though you could really get, like, your budget is open, you get, you know, everything is cool, and everybody's working for you, whereas though you don't have to really focus on your artists as much. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you be there when they need a feature, you be there when they need your help, but for the most part, you got a label running and working for your artists. You know what I mean? So that's the difference.
So fast forward a little bit. Black Man in America. America with 3 Ks, which I love. I think it's very fitting for the times too.
Right.
usually artists don't do stuff like that. Like they don't put like their political message out in a song. Like maybe they'll tweet something out that kind of goes away after a while, and they may like say something. You might see them at a protest, but you did something that's gonna stick out there and it's gonna be out there for people to see like for years to come. Were you nervous about putting that out at all?
Nah, that's just how I felt, man. You know what I'm saying? Like how I feel. You know what I mean? And however, like I'm not to that point where as though I gotta like censor what I say or oh man, I don't want to piss my sponsors off or my I'm not on that, bro. I'm still a hood, like I ain't, you know what I mean? I'm the same guy. So it's like, to me, I feel like that just had to be said, and that's how I was feeling at the time when I made the record. And that's the point I wanted to get across. So it wasn't I ain't had cold feet or nothing. I was ready.
Okay, I think that's great. I think more people should be like that and like not be concerned with sponsors and all that stuff, and be concerned with just getting their message out there. And speaking of messaging,
it's easy to say now, bro.
Yeah.
When it's millions of dollars on the line, you feel like, oh, I don't want to. I understand that might be. I understand some people. But go ahead. Yeah.
As far as like the visual, whose idea was that, and how did you guys come up with that concept of the visual for that?
Well, it was kind of my idea. Because that's just how I saw it. And I don't know, like some days I wake up, bro, and I just want to do a song, and I just feel like I might have a song in my head. It don't got no fucking beat, no nothing, but I just woke up with a fucking song in my head, and I got to get it out. And that's just how, some songs come about. So, it was me and my my videographer, his name Doughboy, respect my hustle on Instagram. He
That's right. Shout him out.
Yeah, hustle. Yeah, his name Respect My Hustle, whatever. He did a lot of stuff with Nice Future and a bunch of Future videos and stuff like that. So he it was like last minute, and I was just like, yo, I want to get the video out with it. You know what I mean? Like the song and the video right after, like immediately. You know what I mean? So we didn't really have a lot of time. So we did, I went to the protest, and we didn't really like how that came out. Certain, like this one protest we went to, and because he was recording, and so we ended up getting like the black backdrop, you know what I mean, and just like he like, yo, you just rap it, and then we'll get other protests, from back, back in the days.
Which I like.
We find clips and just make it real, like you know what I mean. So that's how we did it, and it came out good.
Yeah, I think you guys did a great job on that.
Thanks, bro.
You ever had a situations? Because I have to think, growing up in Philly, and a lot of people got things to say about the Philadelphia Police Department.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we deal with that. That's normal to us. You know what I'm saying? Like it's normal. It's that.
Yeah, but you ever felt like you really like your life was about to be taken? Like, were you ever that scared?
Yeah, I'm not scared by a lot. But I felt it. Like I felt it a few times. Like I done been, and I don't want to say. Let me see. I don't know. Like you know what I mean. You never know. It's like you might be in a situation, whereas though like I don't know if George Floyd. He did because he was saying it. You know what I mean, because of all the stuff that's going on. So I, don't kill me and stuff like that. But I never like had to do that. Like. Beg for my life from a police officer or something like that. That's like to see that is like hurtful, you know what I'm saying? But I've been in situations where, I've been, these the cops in the hood, they just trip on us anyway, and they do it so much since we so young that it becomes normal to us. So we're not scared of it. It's just like, all right, here you come. You know what I'm saying? It's normal. It is fucked up, but that's what it's become. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't want to say, I'd have been thrown on the ground and handcuffed and illegally searched, and but that what comes with just being black in America, and it's fucked up. But it is what it is, and it needs to be changed. But we grew up like that.
I wanted to ask you too. Now, I honestly, I think what you do is just super special as far as like being able to write for somebody else is a different kind of brain that you're using. I feel like because you're putting yourself in that person's shoes Right. Just wondering, like, what, like, how did you get into that mindset, like, where you can literally like think for somebody else, put it down, and then have that person really be like, yo, you're absolutely right about this. I need this.
Right. I don't know, bro. That just came naturally. I'm good at because I listen to all kinds of music. I'm kind of like good at like I'll play around and like impersonate somebody.
Mimicking. You're
like that.
mimic.
I'm good at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I like as far as like rapping. So they'd be like, yo, and I can hear a beat and be like, this sounds like such and such should go on it. That's just my thing. That's the era. Like I always been like that, even before I rap. So it's easy for me to hear a song and be like, boom. Especially when I was dealing with those type, like so Meek or a direct with Gotti or friend. Though they talking about stuff that I would talk about as an artist anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's not hard to like do records like that because they talking about street shit. They talking about girl. They talking about the same shit. It's just like, do you want the record like how I deliver it? You know what I'm saying? So it's not hard to make a hook or a song or whatever for any of those type of artists. It gets challenging when it's like different artists or, some people can't make pop records or different type of, girl records and stuff like that. Like even right now, I just, recently I was, it was a female rapper. She needs records and stuff like that. And
Dream Doll
went down. She's crazy. And I was just like,
you working with Dream Doll.
Yeah, you crazy, man. Nah, but no, it's hard for me as a man to write a girl record.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's different now. That's challenging, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's probably the most, like, you know what I mean? Challenging.
Yeah, certain things you're not gonna,
like,
yeah.
Like, how can I do that? And I can't write a record, like, see, I'm going to keep it normal, but I ain't going to write a record like WAP.
Yeah, you can't write
that.
Yo, Rico Love be writing chick records, like sexual chick records.
What? How? Like, that's different. That's hard.
Lil Yachty too. Lil Yachty wrote for City Girls, like.
Yeah, the Act Up joint. Yeah. So I don't, that's harder. Now that I would say is a challenge. But the other records, they're easy. Because I listen to all kinds of music and I know. Even with the women, I know what I want to hear from women.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear a girl talking about how many people she shot.
Right.
I don't want to hear that.
Well, I know Dream Doll writes her own stuff. So when you come into the studio, how do you even work with someone that is used to writing their own stuff?
No, if you write your own stuff, that's what I'm saying. Some people need hooks. Some people need delivery, like say, you don't deliver this right or something. Like just a producer, like somebody that's in there that could really put the record together. That's like some people say, how is Khaled a producer if he ain't making the beats? You know what I'm saying? But you're really a producer because you have the ear. You're saying like you like directing this whole movie. You see what I'm saying? So that's all with stuff like that. Like, and you might need. It's been times where I did records that I didn't even. Some people don't write records, like write music. Like I'm one of those people who really don't do that either. There've been times I've been in the studio with other artists, like men, and it's a song we putting a record together, but nobody's writing. So I might tell you 4 bars right here, say this, and then you like, say it again, and then you go in the studio, in the booth, and just repeat what I just said. That's
your patience must be amazing.
You know what I'm saying?
Your patience must be amazing, because if I said it and you didn't write it down and you asked me to repeat it, I'm pissed off. I can't do it. Finish what I'm telling you.
Nah, you go over it a few times, like outside the booth, like, yo, what you say? Rehearse it. Okay, cool, I'm ready, and go in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how you do it. But like even with that, and it's like not writing, and then sometimes you might not get credited for stuff like that, because it's like you just helping without being officially on record.
That makes sense. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a few records that's out. It's a few records that's out that I'm not officially credited for, but that I know I could. When I hear them lines, like, yo, that's me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But
which records?
Nah. This I ain't gonna get it.
Gotta get you checked up, man.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. No.
Lou, so when's your stuff coming out?
I got stuff out.
I know, but like you need
new stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So the new stuff is coming out this month. I'm waiting for one song or one feature. So Black Man in America is gonna be on the EP.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the first song off the EP. And then from there, I'm gonna release the EP and this month, and we're gonna go from there. And then after that, my album. Then the album got bigger features and stuff like that. So that's what I'm working towards now.
What's the name of the EP?
So Help Me God.
Oh, I like that. So
Yeah.
is that the theme of the music?
It's not all right. So Black Man in America, like I was saying, like I'm not an activist. I'm not one of those. I don't want to even start being, labeled as that type of rapper because I rap about a lot of wrong. So I got records on that EP that are like they just real. You know what I'm saying? It's just the truth. The whole truth, so help me God. So that's why I named it that. It's like one of them was called The Streets Don't Love Nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's just about how no matter what you do out here, it end up the same way. You know what I mean? It's either like you go to jail, you die, like, it's like inevitable for us being here. You know what I mean? It's reporting from like Philadelphia and what I see. So that's one of the records. It's not like negative, but it's kind of positive when you think about it because it's the truth about what's really going on and how it really ends up. So it's not like I'm sitting here lying. I'm just telling you the truth.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not on political like Black Man in America, but it's just, the same thing. So you got that. I got another one called Toll on Me, like, what I've been through and this shit took a toll on me, like, the murders and homies dying and going to, you know what I mean? It's just like, it'll wear you down after a while. You know what I'm saying? So I got another record called that. So it's just like the truth. It's street records, but they just raw. You know what I mean? That's really like the theme of it.
I think that's the type of thing that people want to hear, like especially people who are critical of, for instance, I know you say you're not an activist, but like Black Lives Matter, a person who was really into Black Lives Matter and like they understand that they want to hear Black Man in America, but they might not want to hear or address some of the other situations that go on, which are the other people like, well, why aren't you talking about Black on Black crime? And I think the project that you're putting out, you're putting all that together, which a lot of people, again, don't do. A lot of people, they want to do one thing and they hide the rest of it. You're putting it all out there, which I think right now in our culture, we definitely need.
Yeah. Nah, for sure. Thanks, bro. And that's what I think, too, because I think, like, when people say it, when it's just about Black Lives Matter, and then they want to address that or all lives matter or this and that, like, we know that.
Right.
We know that. Oh, what about, do Black Lives Matter? What they say, only when they kill when they killed by a white cop or a white person, you know what I'm saying? That's the only time Black Lives Matter. And I understand that too. But that's just like saying I come in the car dealership for my car and my engine blown. And then you tell me, yeah, but your alternator is bad too. Like, let's fix that. Like, I'm not worried about my alternator. I'm worried about my engine, bro. Like, I asked you to fix my engine. I didn't ask you to fix my alternator. You know what I'm saying? So it's two different things and two different, like you said. So I try to put it together because at the end of the day, it need to start with us. You know what I'm saying? As far as we got going on over here. You know what I mean? So we got something going on over here, but y'all got something going on over there. That we talking about. So Black Man in America is out. However, like you said, it's Toll on Me. It's The Streets Don't Love Nobody. It's what other songs? Holding On to Hope. I got another one, you know what I mean? Like just how we the hook is like, I'm from a place where nothing don't work out for us. You know what I'm saying? It never work out for us. The odds not in our favor. You know what I mean? But we holding on to hope. And it's just, you know, it's real. It's a real EP, man. And I think a lot of people don't hear that from me a lot. You know what I mean? Like the Pain and the, you know, those type of records, like the Pain, the real records. You know what I mean? Because they so used to like a good hook, a catchy song or something like that. So I want to give them all of those records on one tape, you know, one project.
Depth. Yeah, you want to show them how deep you are.
Yeah.
So,
so that's what I'm doing.
From you being from Philly, you know, being from the street, and now, you know, you being, you know, super legit, you know, you getting checks from white people now, multiple checks.
Right.
Being a songwriter and a rapper, how do you balance the two from, you know, still being street, but you are corporate now, so you do have to you know, maneuver in a certain way, and you know you do come from a certain place where there's a such thing as like, well, he not keeping it real no more, but yet all you did was level up. So like, how do you balance between the two? Like, what is street when you are a rapper and a songwriter in the industry?
See, I've been blessed, man, to like get through a lot, and I'm like, I kept it too real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kept it so real that I never get questioned about my realness, you know what I'm saying? No matter which way I go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could paint my hair orange right now, and they're gonna say, damn, he's still real. Like the ones who know me, you know what I mean? I'm still, because I done did everything you could do. So I don't really care about that. You know what I mean? So much. I'm just gonna do what I want to do and how I feel. And that's what it is. I'm not trying to keep up with an image or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually trying to get, because at the end of the day, you know, I'm grown now. I ain't a kid. I ain't, you know, I got kids. Like, it's different when you grow up and you think back to all the shit you was doing and all of the, like, it don't make sense now. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, I'm glad I lived long enough to feel like, all right, cool, I'm past that, because I couldn't have made it out of that. You know what I mean?
I be thinking, like, why was I drinking OEs on some random person's rooftop?
Like, what are you doing? Like,
right? Or like, why did we rent tellies to drink Cisco and get high and just get fucked up? Like, why?
Right. And some shit you be like, yo, I made it out of that. Like, I'm alive. I'm cool. Like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really care about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the people that know me here in my city gonna always know, you know, I kept it real. Like, for those, especially for the last, I'm gonna say since 2014, 15, whatever year that was, you know what I'm saying? It was real bad, but I had to go, like, I went from all of the stuff we talked about before, the records and stuff, boom, to it was like a little falling out, you know what I mean? Like, so it went from this, like, back to this, you know what I'm saying? And I had to get back, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, the stock market joint, boom, you know what I'm saying? So this is how it went. And in that period of time, you got to figure that was years, you know what I mean? A few years. So in that period of time, I'm still at ground zero. You know what I mean? So some people, you know, so it's like, damn, you doing this. So they still look at you like, you know, you somebody, but shit, you around the corner. Like, I just seen you, you know what I mean? Like, that type shit. And that's dangerous too, because you don't know who. Like, somebody might walk up on you, man. I'll be in the wild, some dude just looking at me. I'm like, what the fuck are you looking at? You know what I'm saying? And then you just like, nah, yo, ain't you Lou? Yeah, I like your music. And I'm like, all right, just say that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm still in the yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you can't.
You're making me nervous. Why are you staring at me?
Yeah, like, why are you and people just so awkward. Like, and we from Philly, you know, Philly, we don't know how to speak. Like, we don't know how to, you know, people don't know how to, like, express themselves. Like, yo, I just want to say, damn, man, you know, I like you. We don't really give up like, you know, it's hard here, man. So motherfuckers will just look at you like, and know exactly who you are, whatever. They probably got your song on in the car, but I'm not even gonna say nothing to you right now. You know what I mean?
That's gonna be
because that's dick eating. That's
right.
No, you think, oh, you Joe. You know what I'm saying? So we don't really. That's just how it is here, man. But you gotta keep. You can't let go of your the street side. You know what I'm saying? Because you still gotta be on point.
Yeah.
You still gotta move right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You still can't get caught up in this shit and shit going so good that you just let go of your street smarts and, you know, that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because even with the business, it's still, you know, you got to apply the rules from the streets to that. You know what I mean? To your contracts and the shit you're doing. You know what I mean? So it's all the same.
Lou, when shit went left with Dream Chasers, do you feel like you could have done something different? Like, do you wish you would have handled certain situations differently at all?
Nah, I don't really think that was on me. You know what I'm saying? You know, I just was fighting fire with fire. You know what I'm saying? That's all. But I don't think that was on me. Like, as far as for me, like, to be like, I could have did something different. I feel like I was doing everything I needed to do on my end. And I don't think nothing would have changed that. You know, at that time we was, you know, we tripping. But like I said, I was just fighting fire with fire, you know, we going back and forth and all of that shit. So it is what it is. You know, you grow up, you live and you learn.
Have you guys ever talked about it? Or you just swept it on the
Nah, I you know, everybody else, I speak to everybody that I see. Like, we don't really come across, like, we seen each other, like, you know, in the club and boom, what's up, you know, from my section. But it's like, you know, it's all good. But it was never no real sit down conversation with it needed to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I also thought, I think, you know, during that time too, you said basically kind of, you know, through the falling out, and I think we all that had, you know, some type of experience of falling out, even with friends. How did you see, I guess, like, people change on you in that one moment? You know, people that you call on the phone and, you know, yo, bro, this and that, can't wait. And then one moment is
right.
Picking up.
That was kind of crazy too, because and this is what I noticed too, because I'm the type of person, if you doing something and we walk in the room together, right? And Jay-Z in the room and we rappers. And I know, he said, I'm looking for a song that got a flute in it. And I got the song with the flute, but I'm not going to say it if you're the guy, right? So you're the guy, they came for you. I'm not going to, like, overstep my thing, right? So I'm, like, real, like, chill. Like, I chill and wait my turn. That's just how I am. So I'm not, like, the outspoken person and shit like that. So a lot of opportunities, a lot of relationships that I built was from that. You know, even on the, you know, in the cut, you know, until somebody, you know, like Ross or somebody would notice, yo, you know what I mean? Or Khaled or whoever. So I got it as far as, like, certain people, like I said, Ross, or, you know, people that's super close to the situation. You know what I mean? It was a few other rappers, like, on the out that's not that close, you know, that wasn't, like, directly in. Yeah. That still kind of, like, acted a little, you know what I mean? Like, not even just rappers, just people, you know what I mean? Just, like, might be a radio station or a damn, you know what I mean? Somebody, you know, that act different. It's a lot of different, you know what I mean? So,
people just clout chasing sometimes.
Yeah, and that's just how it is.
And if you don't have the backing or the affiliation, they almost, like, write you off.
Right. It's like, nah, okay, cool. No, but it was cool when, like, I remember it was like, who was it? It was like some dude at World Star and shit. You know what I'm saying? So the World Star dude used to, like he put up anything, yo. Right? So it was my idea to do, if you ever see, like, those freestyle videos with Snoop and me and Meek in the studio and stuff, and they say like Louie V freestyle or something.
Yeah.
That's like because it's my idea. Like in the cameraman, I like brought him around and like made him start doing that, and then like it turned into something. So the World Star dude would like take every video, boom, 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 boom. We never even had to like ask. So it was like afterwards, it was something, and I was like, boom, and he was like, nah, I mean, I was like, yo,
switched up,
bro. So you just gonna take all the shit that we like, all the shit, and mind you, like I said, it's my idea, right? You do all of this, and then now I'm telling you, yo, boom, I want to put this video or this song, and you like give me a hard time, and I'm like, yo, that shit is just crazy, yo. Like, well, I might see a person or say I'm where I was at. I was somewhere else, and I think I was like with Wale or somebody, and I'm like, yo, boom, we chilling, and then it's like we could be chilling here, but we can't go, like I can't publicly go. You know what I'm saying? It's like crazy, man. It's just like relationships. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. And in certain situations you understand it, in certain situations you don't. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, this is an industry and people not your friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you gotta learn that shit. And then if it's like your personal, like your friends that's that you call friends or people you fuck with like that, you gotta understand that sometimes when you go through like a tough situation or tough times, that shit just get weed a lot of shit out.
Yeah.
You get a lot of people from around you that was around you. Cause I used to go in the studio 30 deep. You know what I'm saying? And then like now we probably meet D-Rock and like too smooth. You know what I mean? It's not too many people. You know what I'm saying? So it's just weed out the people. And you got to be thankful for situations like that because, certain people probably been around you that probably could have done you more harm later on down the line or something like that if they wasn't really for you. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of that should be a blessing. Even if it's some bad shit or something gonna take place, it's like still a blessing. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it.
Well, Louie, thank you for your time. We've been talking for like ever,
For the whole first quarter.
For the whole game.
For the end of the look.
That's the end of the half.
The end of the Heat and Bucks game. Now it's the second quarter of the Lakers game.
That's a whole.
I missed the whole quarter of the Lakers game for y'all, man.
Wait, and Garnett took his wig off, so you know it was long.
It was getting hot, man.
Nah.
I had to take that off, man. Listen, man, I definitely think you're dope, man.
Thanks,
if
bro.
I had anything just to say, man, as much attention, that you give to other people, because you seem to be you're very fruitful.
Yeah.
What you do, you give to others. Just be mindful to keep giving to yourself too as well, man. You seem like a very dope individual, very likable as well. I definitely enjoyed the interview, man.
Yeah, this was great.
Guru Garnett.
Thanks, bro.
We see you, Guru Garnett.
Took the wig off, that's what it was.
You took the wig off and the foolishness went away. Thank you, Louie. The EP's on the way, the album's on the way, the video's out, right?
Yep, more videos, more music. We coming.
All right, thank you, babe.
All right, Mina, thank you.
You have a good night. Enjoy the game.
All right, y'all.
Have
a good one.
Bye. He was so good.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap it up. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. I'm Mina SayWhat.
Sherlock Homeboi, aka Let's go.
Today I was Dexter Stuckey because I was like a journalist with those questions. Dexter Stuckey / Dexter One.
And I'm always Mina SayWhat. Thank you for listening. Mina's House, episode 144. Make sure you watch on YouTube. Peace.
Bye, guys.